Mm. What were we talking about?
Digesting today,
Right.
and I think we left off.
That was a horrible display. Like, that was just disgusting. That was embarrassing on
Uh-huh.
so many levels. But then, weirdly eye opening. Now, I've been aware of how fucked up this country is for quite a while now. I owe it to many of my soul brothers and sisters who helped me along my journey to become more conscious of the government and the real America. So I appreciate these people. Kevin, you know who you are. Kira, you know who you are. And um, they have helped me in so many ways. And Rainy Ma, you know who you are. She actually, I have to thank. This is my second boss, and I have so much for her. I need to thank her so much for teaching me about perception.
Mm-hmm.
She used to tell me all the time, and I'll be honest, it was sometimes I just thought she was just picking on me. My God, why every time I say something, she got something to say? But I listened to her every time she said what she had to say because I guess on some level I grasped the profundity of what she was telling me.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciated her for trying to teach me something rather than belittling me or putting me down like my mother would. And I call her Raimi Ma because, I mean, her name is Raimi, but I feel like she was a mom to me. She helped to give me a greater understanding about the world. Now, she didn't quite teach me, Black Lives Matters type stuff, but it was more so about how I should view the world or how I view the world versus how the world views me. And I don't know if she was doing it if she was doing it because I'm black and she's white, or if she was just telling me, just to educate me on that. Because honestly, I had not thought of those things. I was taught in so many ways just to be confident and not care what the world thinks, but to some degree you should. Like, obviously when it comes to your personality and your characteristic, well, some of your characteristics, because if you got fucked up characteristics and someone is calling you on it, then don't just cut them off because they're pointing out where you need room for improvement. But if you have good characteristics, like you're kind, giving, loving people, and people are constantly on your head and trying to put you down for it, okay, these people are just hating, but whatever. But she wanted to give me the idea of perception and how people view me and how I need to be cautious of that. So, like, there have been a couple of interactions with clients where I took what they said the wrong way, maybe. And it wasn't that she was arguing whether or not I was right for feeling the way I did, but how I responded to them was everything. And she, like, made me more aware of that and many more things. I just don't want to butcher it, but because my thoughts are all over the place right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to do a quick shout out to Raimi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for helping to mold me into the woman I am today. Seriously, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, I forgot my original point, but I will say that
Follow-up video to basically digesting the day.
well, no, I know that part, and I was just thinking about, I guess how fucked up today was. Like, that was crazy. I really want to know what were they trying to accomplish. I mean, they got there, they got in there, and it's kind of hilarious.
2 hours past. 3.5 hours, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It was hilarious how there were no demands, there was no plan, there was no resistance. Like the video that I saw, it was a couple of them actually, of the Trump supporters. I hate saying his name. They were backing up a single security guard or something up a flight of stairs.
Right.
And it was hilarious. It was almost as if he was in. I don't want to assume anything. I'm not stating that this was the case. Maybe he really was terrified of a giant group of hostile white people coming towards him, because it was one lone brother right there. So on the one hand, I'm like, yeah, I can see that. But on the other hand, I'm like, but you have a gun. You're a police officer. Like, this is one of those situations where force would have been necessary. It's not like a bunch of people were protesting out in the street and walked up on a cop. No, a cop does not have the right to shoot a bunch of people walking up to them and protesting. Okay, they're not hurting you. They're not trying to cause you bodily harm or physical harm, however you want to spin it. They weren't coming right for you. God damn it, they were probably just crossing the street and you were in their path. No, you should not be shooting at them or pushing on them, assaulting them in any way, shape, or form. They've done nothing wrong. But in this fucking situation, where a group of fucking, Trumpsters come into the Capitol Hill, the Trumpanzees. Yes, the Trumpanzees come breaking into Capitol Hill. I mean, literally breaking in. You had motherfuckers breaking in windows. That was disgusting. And not a single shot is fired. Not a single shot is fired. So this is the day we decide to be pacifists.
Uh-huh.
So the Blue Lives That Matter decide to be pacifists on this situation. It's kind of hard for me to be empathetic here to that little ignorant lie that you dirty blues, because I know for a fact that not all cops are shit. Trust me, I know that. If that were the case, it'd be a hell of a lot worse, I'd imagine. So we know there are good ones out there. Obviously, I'm not talking about y'all, so don't get offended. But you mother dirty blues, y'all know the hell y'all are. You motherfuckers want to go around and talk some all lives matter, yet in a situation like this, where force from the police would have been, obvious. You had people asking where the National Guard was all day. It's like, what the fuck? This is a time where brute force would have been necessary, because this isn't just a temper tantrum, a temper tantric toddler. Say that 4 times fast. Shit. Just throwing a little fit. You swat him on the button, he gets his shit together. Nah, this is a 35-year-old virgin living in your basement telling you what he's gonna do type shit. Oh no, that needs to be checked. That should have been checked a long time ago. And that's why you got so many of them. Dear God, I know the news keep trying to give us a glimmer of hope, saying that this isn't America. This isn't what America stands for. These people aren't Americans. They're just a small faction of a smaller shaped sanction, or whatever they say, of, QAnon people or whatever type of crazy shit. And it's like, yeah, but did you not see how they were swarming Capitol Hill like it was The Walking Dead? Like, that shit was creepy. It was so many of them. There was a lot of them already in the building. I don't know what the exact numbers, but damn, from the video footage, it looked like at least 50 of them were going up the stairs backing that cop up. So, we don't know how many people were actually inside. Then there were so many people outside. They were covering the steps and the not platform, but the little area gathering. I forget what it's called, but
seating area or where? No, you said the gathering.
After the stairs, you go all the way down to the stairs and the floor. I'm gonna say the very first step. Okay, so down there, it was all that area was covered up, and under the trees and on the grass, all this outside of Capitol Hill, just swarming with Trumpsters. It's like, oh my God, that's a lot of people.
Mhm.
Like
That many people
That-
were
that
was
many,
able to.
right? And it's not like it was all of them. And you know, I really, this is one of those times where I kind of hope that all of you dumb motherfuckers travel to one concentrated location. Yeah, make it easy for us to rub you dumb bitches out. Seriously. And I have become a very loving woman in my journey. I have always been very loving. I was suppressed uh, by an overbearing matriarch for the majority of my life. So I didn't quite know how to express my love without fear of judgment. Didn't matter whether I'm a hugger. I am. I'm a giver. I love to just give people things. If you know me, then yeah, you can probably easily think of a few things that I've given you. Not trying to brag or anything. Just it's just really within my nature to do so. And these what I thought were good attributes and characteristics of mine were damned to a certain extent, or at the very least mocked, and put down by a certain someone. So I suppressed it. I became a little hard. I had to toughen up because I kept being told that I was my skin. I didn't have a thick skin, and
Stop being so sensitive.
yeah, stop being so sensitive. And I'm like, but you're insulting me. Like, it irritates me when people say shit like that, right? It's like, it irritates me when people insult you, and especially the ones who swear they're friends. Listen here, a friend will not put you down. A friend will not make jokes at your expense, whether in private or public. I mean, they just don't do that. Now, I'm sure many of you are going to argue that, you insult your friends all the time. Well, then you're probably a terrible friend, goddammit, because I have never insulted any of my friends. Period. We make jokes with each other, and they are jokes. They're not mean-spirited. We poke at each other, but it is never anything derogatory, because how can you call someone a friend if you treat them with malcontent? That's fucked up, bro. That's not a friend. I'm just saying. Ooh, this video running long. I'm gonna wrap it up. Well, I said a lot, so I don't know if you made it to the end. Thank you. I know sometimes I just have a lot to say, and I finally have someone in my life that makes me feel like I can say all these things to him and not have to worry about potential consequences. Like, again, the overbearing matriarch would always make me feel like I was on a timer when I spoke to her. Whenever I talk to her, it's as if she had a 5-minute timer go off from the instant I open my mouth until that 5-minute timer runs out, and then that's when she starts wrapping up the conversation. Doesn't matter what the fuck we're talking about. Those 5 minutes is up. Those 5 minutes is up. I'm just like, damn. And unless I give her more information, she will get off the phone with me, or I'll walk away or cut it short. So imagine living with that. Like, that shit is hard, especially when it's someone whom you should be able to talk to. But that's the type of person that you should really avoid. Trust me, your life will be a lot better. I know this. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. And until next time,